Good Thursday evening, and thank you so much for joining us for Friends at 5. I'm Darcy Strickland, and we are starting off today with breaking news.
Yes, I'm Andrea Mock. It is a mess out there on the roadways tonight. This is definitely the moment you'll want to pay attention and then call a loved one to let them know to avoid this area in Lexington County because a gas line break has closed parts of I-20, causing mandatory evacuations in the area.
This is a live picture. We have a crew in the area. J.R. Berry has been following the developments with this story over the last 30 minutes, J.R. So much has changed.
Oh, yeah. Ladies, it is 5 o'clock, and as you know, it's rush hour. The drive can be difficult. Things just got a whole lot more complicated for drivers who are headed home in that area. As you mentioned, a gas line break has shut down I-20 from exits 55 to exit 61. Now, exit 55 is Highway 6. Exit 58 is Highway 1. Exit 61 is the always busy Highway 378. We have a live look. Let's take a look at that if we can. Traffic is being detoured in many areas through the town of Lexington from Sunset Boulevard and South Lake Drive. Now, Lexington Police say that officers are helping evacuate businesses and residents near the gas leak. They say this is for the public safety, and they're asking for understanding from those who are going to be impacted. And get this, police say that this could take upwards to 4 or 5 hours to repair. This all started developing around 4:15, 4:20 this afternoon. So if that holds true, we're looking at sometime past 9 o'clock tonight before this traffic issue is settled in that always busy area. As far as what causes gas break, ladies, we don't know. But we do know there has been ongoing road construction in that area for the past several years. It's been picking up in the Highway 1 area. They're building a new bridge in that area. Again, we don't have an exact cause as to what caused the gas break, but again, there is some construction going on in that area, something to keep an eye on. So this area, those three exits.
I was just going to say, JR, mention that one more time because everybody who's watching, who's just realizing now that we're telling them that I-20 is shut down for 6 miles.
Yep.
This is I-20 6 miles for major exits. What are the major exits?
Yeah, this is mile marker 53. And so, I mean, you're talking mile marker 55 where it's shut down. So clearly you can see traffic on the interstate is backed up at least 2 miles right now
it's dead stop.
from this camera right here. There's no telling how further back the traffic is backed up at the moment. But exit 55, that is closed. That is Highway 6 going into Lexington County. Also, exit 58 is shut down. That is Highway 1 and exit 61, Sunset Boulevard, or Highway 378 as it is called. Again, you can see it. It is just bumper to bumper right now. Law enforcement says pack some patience. If you're in your car and you are watching via social media right now, this is what's going on, and it's not going to get fixed anytime soon. Traffic is being detoured the best they can. They know it's the rush hour. They're trying to do all they can to get the traffic moving, but it's going to take some time because those 3 exits, those are the big 3 exits.
Let's talk about landmarks, JR, for people who are not necessarily familiar with this area. Yeah, because I said, listen, everybody's not from Lexington, and they were trying to explain to me in the newsroom where this was. I kind of had my mind's eye wrapped around it, but I know I'm not the only one who's geographically challenged who's watching right now. So let's talk about some landmarks. What would we see if we were in that area to help us get our bearings on where this is?
Highway 1 is what leads right into downtown Lexington. So Highway 1, if you're coming from Columbia, if you're coming from WLTX, you're passing all of the flea markets on your right-hand side. You keep going, and then you're going to hit this intersection, which is a major intersection. And then if you keep going, you will end up dead in downtown Lexington.
Exactly. And Highway 55, this is a mile marker 57, by the way. Look how quiet it is right now. Just look at there's nothing there.
No cars are coming.
Exactly, because everybody is stuck in traffic right now. Exit 55, that's, I believe it's South Lake Drive. They built a brand new QT off of there. There's a big McDonald's beside that exit. So that area is pretty well known on that area. That's Highway 6. Exit 58, as Andrea mentioned, that if you keep going past the Barnyard Flea Market and keep going, you'll come to that interstate, and that drives you right into downtown Lexington as well. Highway 61, exit 61, that is the main thoroughfare, I guess, if you're coming off of I-20 if you want to get into Lexington Highway 378.
Yeah, and this I-20 right here at 1 is also very busy. Like you said, JR, there's several new businesses in the area. There's a meat market right in that area. There's a Bojangles in that area. There's a big gas station. And now, you know, we're being told also that residences are having to be evacuated. But you guys, my concern is, listen, I am one of the guilty ones that runs without gas and in my car, and it is 100. We said it was going to be a heat index of 111 today.
And you can see the sheriff right there. He just walked past the gentleman who's in the vest. So the sheriff is there on the scene. Lexington County Sheriff is there. This is a live picture. I know our photographer, Chris Brathwaite, is out there. Not sure how much he can hear of us talking about what he's seeing, but I don't know if he can zoom out a bit and give us a larger picture of what we're seeing in that area. But there are businesses, there are homes, all those people in that general,
I was talking about.
in that area have now been evacuated. And so the question is, where do they go from here, in addition to all of the traffic that is already being funneled through that area?
But my concern is that we said this morning on News 19 this morning, Daniel Bond said that we could feel 111 degrees. So if you are almost out of gas and you are stuck in this traffic, and you cannot run your air conditioning, this is a very scary situation that this is happening on one of the hottest days of the year.
Again, I know Chris, our photographer, is out there. I don't know if we can see where some of that road construction has been going on out there. And again, we're not pinpointing it. We're not saying, hey, this is the reason. But, you know, when you know there's a lot of construction going on in that area and a gas line is hit and there's a big break, you know, you start trying to put 2 and 2 together to come up with 4. I don't know if we see any of that right now out there, but again, this has been going on for a while now in that area, and it's really picked up because they're building a new bridge off of Highway 1 crossing over I-20 in that area.
For those at home who are watching us now and watching us talk about this, I did just mention that mandatory evacuation for businesses and for residents. And so the Lexington Police Department tweeting out that if you are asked to leave, this is for your personal safety and your understanding is appreciated. So again, information coming in from Lexington Police, from the Sheriff's Department, from the Highway Patrol, from the county, from Lexington County. They're asking, don't put up a fuss. If it is at all possible for you to evacuate that area, you should do so. We're going to check in with meteorologist Corey Smith. He has been following this as it is a developing story. He's going to handle the traffic end for just a moment.
Yeah, Darcy, and we've been watching things for a second. In fact, this isn't just affecting Lexington. This is also stretching towards Columbia now. This is actually a little bit out towards the east of where we're seeing the road closure, but I-20 towards I-26 now starting to back up as you get close to Richland County. So we are seeing multiple miles of very slow traffic on I-20. Of course, it's shut down. That's why we're seeing that. Moderate to heavy traffic along I-26 as well. So a lot of people out on the roads. Of course, it is rush hour right now. In and around Lexington, we're seeing some stop and go traffic along Sunset Boulevard. That's 378, as well as North Lake Drive and as well as Augusta Road here. Some pretty heavy traffic. You can see this purple right here is the stretch of I-20 that is closed as of right now. So that does include US 378, US 1, as well as State Route 6. As you head a little bit further south, thankfully it looks like the backup's not as bad as you get close to Red Bank. We still are seeing some stop and go traffic along I-20, but once you get towards Red Bank, things a little bit lighter. So we're going to keep an eye at least on the traffic patterns right here where we're seeing these backups as you go throughout this evening.
Corey, thank you so much. We're all just getting the very latest now as we're looking at this massive traffic nightmare where they have not only backed up I-20 for six miles and probably more than that, they're now evacuating the area. Here's what we know, though. We just got a letter into our WLTX newsroom, and it will not open. Okay, let's see, on my phone.
I think JR has it.
Oh, okay.
Around 2 o'clock or so this afternoon, Dominion Energy says that someone cut a gas line at the intersection of Highway 1 and I-20. They say it was a third party that was doing work in that area when they accidentally hit one of the natural gas lines. Dominion continues to say that safety is their #1 priority. Their crews are on the scene and will continue to work until the repairs are completed. So this actually started unfolding around 2 o'clock or so this afternoon. But again, these traffic issues started popping up sometime after 4:15 this afternoon. with that mandatory evacuation order coming just before we went on the air at 5 o'clock.